little matchup we've got here. Xiao Guodong, arguably one of the players of the season and the best of the younger players we have on tour. Had a consistent season as well, a couple of finals. I enjoy watching him play.
We were talking yesterday, Joe, about Yize. You've got to put this young man in the same category.
Yeah, definitely. It's, you know, you'd think it's a case of down to how well Neil played that day, but his fight back in the evening was incredible. He played some of the best snooker of the season. Pretty much unplayable, and he didn't really perform at his best on that day.
Yeah, I think he would have been a big favourite to win that, even if he hadn't been.
These guys practice over and over again from a very young age. That's why they're so proficient at that kind of long red. I suppose confidence is much to do with that, you know, breeding, winning. Obviously, I'd never ever heard of him because he wasn't on the tour or anything, and he turned up to play. I didn't have a clue who I was going to be playing against, and this young lad turned up.
That was 6 years ago, so he was very young at the time.
Thank you.
But that's the thing, isn't it? You go to these events in China and you see these.
Xiao Guodong.
We have seen a couple of these go wrong already so far this week.
In the old days, when it was the PTC Grand Finals, the forerunner of this, where you got in on the basis of your performances in the PTC events.
Yeah, it's a great addition to the tour. This little mini series of events based on performance. Let's just give them.
Brought onto the calendar the players with the chance to get into them. Saw the potential of them straight away and how important it would be to be part of it all.
Yeah, you got all the ranking benefits. Yet to really get going this match.
Younger than him. And Joe, we've seen many times over the years.
The thing is, they've always been good players. You know, you can see it was always there. It's just, like I say, confidence is compete at the very top on a regular basis, but a win like Zhang Anda had last season and Xiao Guodong this.
And when he gets a bit of rhythm going, Joe, he can be wonderful to watch.
Yeah, he's got something different, I think, when I watch him play. He's very pleasing on the eye. He's got a lovely sort of stroll around the table. Nice bounce, nice river. He's having a very, very tight. Still don't know if it pots or not. I think he's played for the red in the middle.
23.
Well, this could work out nicely. Good idea to... Yeah, worked out perfectly. Now he's got a chance here now.
30.
Break already up to 30. So it was a slow start.
You can have belief in him when he's got a chance like this, let's put it that way. Never looks like he's confidence, assuredness. He's always looked comfortable out there, like he feels this is where he's been heading all his life.
46.
Get a better idea from this shot whether any of them three reds are available. Yeah, it's always looked pretty nailed on. He was going to have a shot there.
60.
Slightly longer red, but no hesitation. Just played the right shot, played it properly, and got the really impressive.
And his first ever frame in this event may yet
74.
yield a century.
$82.
It's always so impressive when a player does this.
Thank you.
There's plenty of working on the practice table prior to going out for his match. It's not everyone's choice. Some players like to just hit a few balls 5 minutes before they come out. This is the best.
On the other table, we're actually looking across and showing their appreciation
106.
for this fine start from the young Chinese player.
109. 113. 118. 124.
So a lot of change before he got his chance, but he only needed one, and he's
131
cleared up from
on the
there
first
with
frame.
131. Wu Yize makes a wonderful start, and he leads Xiao Guodong. New ground. He was only 14. Off Off the back of that and other successes, he got a wild card into the International Championship the following year and took job.
Foul. Yize 7. Well,
Smoothly done. Very nice. He's in which he manufactured into a big century break.
9.
In terms of consistent on the circuit. Obviously, they've all got a lot of ability. But Wu Yize really, in terms of new players from China, is as good as anything.
70.
Again, right in the middle of the pocket. Beautifully played. Look at
Well, you see all sorts of players at the start of a match miss one or two long ones early on. That can set a very
25.
positive tone in another way, and that's what Wu Yize has done so far. And then he was in the World Grand Prix again this season, just a couple of weeks ago. Whitewashed Pang Zhongshu in the first round and lost in the last 16 to the...
just about wriggled in. Any more pace and that probably would have stayed.
Just seems to be getting into that zone very quickly.
Yeah, this time it does break down. He's
Well,
he came to the table 52 points behind, but maybe the awkward
Xiao Guodong
queuing just bridging.
Been easy draws and a bit of help that way.
Easy have left the pot on, but Wu Yize, he's, like I say, he's got a lovely way about him, good temperament. Just see him get over the line in this second frame.
It's a different environment now for...
Horrible spot in the balk end. Put Xiao Guodong in trouble.
1.
Try and just ensure that 50-point lead he's got.
Yize 1.
He's shown in the current campaign. He said that he doesn't feel his game has improved significantly in any technical sense, but just that he's grown mentally.
1.
It's not quite happening for him yet in this match.
Yize 1.
He's just got all the answers at the moment. He's just too good
Foul. Miss.
in all
Yize
departments.
6.
Rises.
Yeah, it seems odd to say with getting the rub of the green at the moment. All the little flicks and bits of luck are going his way. It doesn't always work out like that normally. Normally the person.
It was Xiao who made the better start. Xiao only scored 10 points in the 3 remaining frames it took for Yize to get through to the final.
What?
Crunching long red.
So lead goes to 62.
Six.
Given some of the long pots he's made already this afternoon. So 63 the difference. One snooker to tie, so still a bit of life in this frame. If Xiao's to turn this round.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Michael?
He's not missing many at the moment. That should be that. These first couple of frames.
Eights.
Yize left himself a testing red when he led 52-0. And another thing Xiao Guodong has said about
one.
It didn't go in, and it come to rest. Possible. Yeah, that was a bonus.
$15.
He was up very quickly off that one. I think he thought he may have finally get his hand properly on the table, string some points together.
absolutely top quality opponents to get past.
21.
Beat the world champion Kyron Wilson quite early on. Barry Hall getting within one. Xiao managed to win a close frame and get over the line and become a ranking event winner for the first time, more than 17.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. The shot before was the bad shot.
29.
Cue ball shouldn't have been. He'd potted them.
One.
Understandable. He's been frozen out, really, beginning this match, and no doubt.
Whatever happened, it's only for the top 12 on the 1 year list, and Wu is currently in 12th place. Day to that anyway, because he's doing everything he can to get the win and everything that comes with it.
Yeah, safely done, and a nice angle now, so these reds. Yeah, that will do, especially if this red goes. Does it red go to the left middle? Chance for Wu Yize to strike another blow in this match.
23.
Result in terms of having a deep run in a tournament early on in the season. In Xiao's case, it was the win in Wuhan, obviously. For Wu,
29.
in the baulk half of the table. Really, Joe, on the evidence of what we've seen and the position he's in here, it'll be
Snooker's required without needing the red on the side cushion. So look at the scoreboard, 15 ahead. He should be okay. He'll be 31
45.
ahead then with 2 reds left, so red Snooker's required. Now he's come up short here, so that changes things.
$53.
minor knots here. And it's caught up with him. So, he looked for all the world like he was going.
Yeah, there you go, there you have it. Now there's a lot of safe ball on the table. In a few minutes' time, scoreline could read 2-1.
Xiao didn't win the frame from this position.
7. 30. 16. 20.
That was okay, he could just force it enough and that looks absolutely perfect.
31.
First setback for Wu Yize, should have led 3-0. He was his own undoing there. And Xiao Guodong is cleared up from the pen.
One.
Build on previous frame.
Four. $12.
Loose rudder. Well, he didn't quite get the bunch. He just caught.
$20. 23.
Yeah, nicely cued. This match is totally turned around for Xiao Guodong. He was staring 3-0 in the...
A good chance in frame 3. Mr. Pink to middle. It was a testing one, but he shouldn't have left it for himself. Got away with that.
He had one eye on position there. He knew the cue ball was going to just make contact with the main bunch of reds and was just trying to...
Nine.
In the Scottish final against Li Pei Fan, where he was in the opposite role, then ended up losing 9-5.
$25.
Yeah. Oh, but it's worked out lovely. He can play that shot so well. If he can take high value colours with the open reds, he's not going to need the safe red. Made a bit of a mess of it in the previous.
And again, Joe,
39.
It's quite needless, really, that he got himself into trouble.
Situation.
1.
So it could be far with it. Wu letting him off the hook, and Xiao ending up taking
Shots here to win the frame at this visit.
9.
This one's not a problem. Just play a little cannon up into the... Wow, he's missed the cannon. That's incredible for a player of Xiao.
17.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, and the cue ball was very close to the
24.
red, which...
One.
Yeah, good part. But now the... Oh, good effort.
Yeah, really good.
Yize. 8.
Xiao Guodong can get through to the red. So look.
If we were...
Well, that's a miss hit. Safety.
Stood up to it so well, though. Technically, he just plays those shots.
Again, it's very straight, very fluent. It helps on that kind of shot. Brown and blue. And I think if he does go on to do that, I think it's
9.
a deserving 3-1 lead on the...
Won the first couple of frames very easily.
12.
He's into his stride straight away.
16. 21.
Championship. Could have been 4-0 at the interval. In the end, it's between the two. Yize leads 3-1 at the mid-session interval. And we will be back with more in 15 minutes' time.
Yes, he's been very good so far. A couple of little mistakes. One of them got punished, which is why he lost the third frame. The other one didn't get punished. But as we know, intervals can and often do change matches.
One.
Ideally, he'd like to be on the brown here, but it might be a bit too straight for that. So it's yeah, just like that. So yeah, nicely in. So this cue ball just holds up, can it?
Xiao Guodong. One.
Yeah, they can make you look silly, those shots, because, ooh, Yize, a chance to get right in among them again.
The season he's having, I can't imagine he's missed
Nine.
pot like that by that far too many times this time, which is probably what is happening out there.
Made a bit of headway with them, but not been able to see it through. Highest break still only 38 from Xiao's point of view. We were talking earlier about the challenges that young Chinese players have in themselves in this country. And also the fact that nowadays, with so many young Chinese players, from the things that you're used to doing, so there aren't as many distractions. And if you've made the effort to decamp to the other side of when they're not practicing, they're spending a lot of their time watching old matches on YouTube.
28.
It's just snooker, snooker, snooker. Breakthrough from the Chinese contingent of a lot of them doing well on a regular basis. And it's really only since the start of last season that that's properly started to happen.
36.
It means he's gonna have to play a little cannon now, possibly just to. And he judged it well.
42.
That red was all the extra benefit of winning that frame just prior to the interval, because he started the match so well and he could easily have just finished 2-2. And he was feeling good about things.
50.
And he's pushed on. And already this breaks up to...
It's in the opener.
And that's not in. So, again, a couple of times, he looks like
55.
he's, for all the world, going to...
One.
Yeah, Wu Yize could find himself in a few minutes' time. And
9.
as I said, it's the first time Xiao Guodong's been in the Players' Championship, and it's the preceding event in the Players' Series for the top 32 of the season. So we talk about the big improvement he's shown this season, and that is
17.
true. He's been...
So he's 18 behind. Well, I suppose if he popped...
25.
Kicking himself.
32.
Going along nicely. Just one frame. Pink's off the
35.
spot, but not really posing a problem. So
39. 44.
Xiao Guodong
50.
has responded with his highest break of the match so far. With that, he could easily have been much further behind than this.
Not this time. We've done every match on this. It's just one of them shots. It's just a given, isn't it? You know, you just constantly do it. You just take it for granted and just hope not to leave a ball. But
when it comes to turning around a first-round match in an ITV event this season, Xiao Guodong got into the Champion of Champions. Not only was he 3-0 down in a first to 4, in his own on at that stage, just get a point on the board and see where you go from there.
7.
And then he absolutely dominated the next 3 frames, won a close to side.
wow, he's clipped the red.
50.
He's landed nicely on the black, so
23.
Of course, after all those years as a pro, it would have meant the world to Xiao Guodong to win China, and the star comes through and achieves something big. Becomes a big local story. Xiao Guodong has...
30.
I know for you, Joe, you won your first ranking event 10 years ago, almost to the day.
he couldn't really celebrate it with me. Whereas when I did manage to win in Wales, it was all the more effort. You know, there's a lot of work goes into it, especially when you're younger. As a kid, you can't
37.
do these things. Well, I wouldn't be able to do these things without the support of
Family support. John Higgins is one who comes to mind, such a close-knit family that he came from. And even you look at someone like Ronnie O'Sullivan, who obviously... Speaking of family, Xiao Guodong has recently got married, and he's spoken about that. Says it's no longer just about...
Looks like he's overhit this one slightly. He's still got this red.
51.
Yeah, no problem. So I just one these out. You don't really. You just need a little gentle cannon on one of the balls. Very unlucky not to land nicely.
So the lead goes to 60.
$61.
So how quickly it's all the way up until now. Well, that brings just a little doubt into the equation.
It's not
Well, thanks.
complete panic stations yet for Xiao Guodong because it's pretty much an absolute guaranteed snooker. Yes, he's obviously got that in mind. That's why he's tried to bring them 2 reds into play, and it hasn't worked out. So.
No.
I mean, ideally, well, he's missed the black.
Reason 9.
And that makes it all
Frank
academic.
Yize.
So Xiao Guodong really stepping it up.
Yize are now the one. You wonder, can he just find another gear, get himself back into this match? It was. Oh, it's a long way off. Being so far away, he'll probably do well to get away with this one.
One. Nine.
There are various different ways to make your way onto. And the standard in that is so high and so deep. It's a very good schooling.
16.
You feel sometimes nowadays that
Bond to the Xiao Guodong comeback. And so
22.
far, that's exactly what he's done. Just a slight loose shot. It's just, normally it's just a positional where just tiny little mistakes creep in at just the wrong time from his point of
30.
view. Oh, he looks like he's got everything you need to one day be. And again here he's left himself a little tester. Again he's just fell short.
Reason.
That's just seems to be a
37.
can win the frame,
One.
given the way it was proceeding. This would be a real blow to.
But you asked what the difference was between the top players and the very, very good players, and that is it.
9.
Yeah, they get.
Seventeen.
Well, he didn't hit that one very well. It can help you to just refocus though if you are just
20.
getting a little bit loose up.
Spoke earlier about how Wu had been to another final since then. Xiao has done so even more effectively since his big moment
25.
early on in the campaign when he won the Wuhan Open. Finals he's had since Wuhan, in addition to that final appearance in the Champion of Champions, which of course is a non-rank. He's got no concerns
33.
about being in the Tour Championship. 4 will go straight through to the quarter-finals. Not have to play a first-round match in Manchester. Xiao only needs to move up 1. So he's now hit the front in this frame.
41. $49.
Will need both remaining reds.
$57.
20 ahead. Oh, he didn't want to catch the red, and he just managed to avoid it. Yeah, made sure. So Xiao Guodong
65.
starting to punish these Wu Yize mistakes now.
Yeah, just making sure of the black, which all but seals it.
Xiao Guodong. 72.
Never really blame a player for coming back to the table requiring just 2 snookers. It does happen from time to time.
The older player is building up now.
So this frame does continue. Let's give him a nice target. Let's try and get in behind.
Foul.
Xiao Guodong didn't
Guodong
make a
four.
break of
On the
more than
front.
38. Wu Yize won 3 of the first 4 frames in this match. He's now got to win 3 of the last 4. Yeah, we were saying the other day, weren't we, that
Still knocking them in from distance. But things have just...
neither player has missed a...
8.
So that lovely rest shot he played on the pink. In these positions, very good at creating openings. Can he just see it through? Long way to go or later.
16.
Yeah, really. Frame. All the other frames he's lost have been relatively close.
$22.
Yeah, Wu Yize missing easy pots. His problems coming from just losing tight control of the cue ball, and then he's reluctant to say they're not going in. But in general
30.
play, he's been superb.
Yeah, as I said, all the other narratives with if he can make it to Manchester in a couple of weeks' time. So if he becomes a top 16 player only 4 years after coming on tour, that's a massive achievement nowadays.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting point you make there, Michael. I can't...
44.
Wow, again. He's caught it this time, but
Yize. 51.
soon.
Yeah, that was...
1.
particularly dazzling.
9.
So the black would have left him only needing character for Wu Yize. Things have turned against him in this match.
50.
Yeah, and if he can see it towards the end of this frame, when he's got himself in the position that he's been in numerous times and hasn't converted, and he's got his reward. So it's good to see thinking on the
23.
job, making changes whilst out there. Success in this frame shows there's a lot more to him than just a good potter and break builder. Very clever.
29.
At the end of the season, after only 4 years on tour, you think of Stephen Sullivan got there in just
36.
2, as did Alan McManus, as we were saying.
37.
But it would be one of the shortest times I think we've ever seen that bracket since the world ranking circuit as we know it began about 40 years ago.
$44.
So his fifth half century.
51.
Well, he's starting to get in first
Wow.
with 51.
It was pretty costly for Xiao Guodong. I just wonder how costly it'll be for Wingle from the blue to open the reds. That looks like the way he's going to go.
Nine.
Wow. That was a good effort.
15.
On the opening night wasn't the highest of quality, but look at the level Mark Selby reached yesterday. The
22.
match last night between Sean Murphy and Barry Hawkins.
There, and you see your opponent go into the reds and then gesture, throw their head up to the clouds as though.
39. $47.
Well, this time it's not worked.
53.
Ooh, but he'll be leaving it now.
Xiao Guodong. 53.
Only to return to us.
To the table with his 53-point lead still intact. And he's got 3 reds on the side cushion. So he's in a...
One.
What a great time this would be for Wu to deliver another.
Nine.
Thinking at this stage, you actually got your eyes
17.
set on winning the frame, or are you just one? It does work in his favour. I was going to say. Yeah, that's. Oh.
Thank you, Yize.
Shot. And that takes the lead to
9.
That's a tricky enough.
Xiao Guodong.
Okay, so
16.
just the ones
That are close to the pocket. A few tournaments throughout the season occasionally. Then pots will go, should be anyway. Players are too good. Don't need any help with slightly bigger pockets. So I say pot the yellow. Try and get yourself nicely on the green to lay a snooker.
10.
And get the object ball close to a colour.
Yize. 10.
Well, keeping it nice and safe. There's only one snooker needed, so now can pot the green. That would be 2 snookers to tie then for Wu.
Xiao Guodong. That's the thing. You need one snooker, but how many snookers have you got to?
Three.
Of course, you can just play a good safety. Oh, he's gone all out for this one. That was my point. You don't have to get a snooker. You can just play safe.
4. 9.
So it's missed the brown on 53. Wu Yize had a chance. Mr. Red with a rest. Xiao got over the line and Wu tried to battle back into it. But in the end, the longest frame of the match so far.
He finds himself behind now. He's just lost a few close ones. Pretty much all the close ones have gone the way of Xiao Guodong.
Sevens that are such a staple of the circuit nowadays, you'd already be halfway to victory, but you can start off playing that well. You've still got to keep that going for a long afternoon ahead.
Oh, he's overcut it. Okay.
One.
Deal here.
7.
See the red just to the right of the black.
They had to find a way of bearing that on their own. He spoke about how it made it very difficult for him to enjoy the game.
Yeah, and that was the problem, wasn't it? Trying to judge it. Oh, and again, he's been very fortunate.
Yeah, and that little rub of the green or rub of 50, 60 points.
20.
And that really makes this a match-winning chance. Oh, and he's missed the black. Can you
Xiao
believe it?
Guodong.
That can only be
20.
the thought of the winning line.
That step up to become a genuine top player. On the brink of losing. Looked like he might possibly not get back to the table. And suddenly...
Seven.
It's made this chance far from ideal for Yize, but still win.
30.
It's been a wonderful first few days of... ...3-1 break from Yize in the opening frame.
90.
And as we cross the line past, the outcome is just as much in doubt as it was when we began at 1 o'clock.
It's there for Yize. Didn't look like much, but
27.
played positional shots. Sort of solved the... We're going to repeat ourselves again. No clear obstacles in the way.
35.
Loose reds, black in open play. He's all
more than his opponent. I think that says a lot about how the match has gone.
43.
He's won quite a few clean frames.
$51.
so red-black. We'll see him over the winning line, but sure.
57.
It's been a high standard, no doubt about that.
Frames away, could easily have dropped his head and, you know, thought it's not going to be my day, but he just keeps battling away.
And now maybe heading into what's become an inevitable time in the match at 4-3, having been 3-1 up at the interval.
72.
Second century of the afternoon.
Yeah, and a penny for Xiao Guodong's thoughts. He was in with a chance to win the match.
79.
He's had to sit and think about that for the last.
82.
His career total of centuries going into this season. If he polishes these off, he'll be only 2 short of having achieved that tally in this season alone.
97.
So Xiao Guodong had a chance to get... And great credit to Yize, who's cleared up from there with 104. We've got our first deciding...
In. Well, there you go. Played up for a bought colour. That does make the pot significant.
becoming the player he's waited so long to be.
On this cushion, this end of the table. It's okay, sometimes you don't have.
Again, quite a few moving parts. One of them might move into the middle pocket.
1.
Control of the table. I
Louise
suppose
1.
if you're going to get a screw off that red, maybe. Like that. What a shot. And now he's fluke one. It's all happening.
1.
And now,
That little bit of luck that plays a major part.
Thank you. 5.
Okay, still a lot to do.
Thank you.
You feel as soon as he pots a red and gets on the black or something similar.
try to give us a sense, Joe, if you would, of what it's like to be out there for
that amount of time, and any mistake you make is potentially your last. It takes a high level of skill to be able to do that.
Thank you.
Now he's down the business end, the high score.
Ended up losing it on the black. Going to be stories to tell, pivotal moments and frames. This match has had much more than it's...
Much easier. I still think for me he's been the better player of the two, but ultimately it's the one who gets to 6.
32.
He's always been a very respected player. Lost to Ding Junhui. Went on from there to have the best season of his career. And that's what, together in close proximity, that's all changed.
40.
He could be about to deliver another big moment here.
Yeah, so together. And he's took them quite nicely, and now
44.
Now he's in round the pink spot. Guodong's having, when things aren't quite going your way, I'm sure in previous years gone by.
51.
So in many respects, it's going to be
58.
out of it.
And he's played well. He's finished off nicely as well.
66.
He's going to be dangerous going forward in this tournament.
Spain was 38, but then made 50 plus in all of the first 3 frames on the resumption to lead for the first time. Mr. Black off the spot, sat out Wu
73.
Yize's second century of the afternoon. Was that for Wu, it took him nowhere. For Xiao, it's going to take him into the last 8.
Xiao Guodong. 73.